Hey everyone, hope you're well and hope you're having a good week. So today's Tuesday, therefore it means that it's time to go through and look at some of the stories we may have missed throughout the week. Obviously most of these pertain to stocks that I'm looking at and that I hold. However, if there's any you think that is worth shouting about, just comment below and we can have a look at them. Hopefully some of this information will be interesting to you or at least of some use, and obviously comment below and please remember to like, comment and subscribe. We will also be going over my weekly portfolio update as usual at the end of the video. Hey everyone, thanks for sticking with me. My name is Ben, and please remember if you find anything useful in this video, please do like, subscribe, comment and share and all that good stuff. So the first bit of news that we're going to be going over is actually a report from Zacks Equity Research. This was posted on NASDAQ, so I have added links below for you to check out the main report. This is about Abbvie, who last week posted their Q4 earnings reports and has been looked at and obviously dissected by Zacks Equity Research. Looking at the report, we can see that for this quarter they released revenue earnings of 13.9 billion, which beats Zacks' consensus estimate of 13.72 billion. Looking at the recent earnings reports, we can also see that the 12-month lead-up on revenue has improved. This has improved from around 33 billion to over 45 billion. So overall, that's a bit of good news for Abbvie. If we look at the stock price performance over this announcement, we can see that the stock did go from around $103 a share up to around $107 a share. There was a brief period when this then dropped back down and then it slowly raised up where it ended Friday at $108. If you wanted to go over Abbvie's earnings report in more detail, I have added a link below, so feel free to check that out, and obviously anything you find of interest, feel free to comment below as well. And next we have an interesting one from Bank of America, who seem to have stepped in a little bit of hot water with some of their customers. Bank of America customers and some people who aren't customers of Bank of America are arranging a boycott of the company. This boycott started after a report was made that Bank of America handed over hundreds of account information for potentially innocent people in connection with the January 6th riots at the Capitol. It is alleged that under the request from the FBI, Bank of America went through the information they had and handed over 211 people's details who may have had connection with the riot. They did this by highlighting anyone that had debit or credit card purchases in DC, along with anyone that reserved a hotel or Airbnb in the area around the Capitol. Now, I'm not really sure how I feel about this, because I understand there's probably a legal implication for them to go through and actually hand this information over. However, I personally don't like the idea of companies doing this and going through people's data in this manner, but who am I to say? I'm just a pleb on the internet. As I mentioned, this has got Bank of America customers and non-Bank of America customers up in arms, and they've all taken to Twitter to shout about their disappointment. In response to this, Bank of America commented, "We don't comment on our communications with law enforcement. All banks have a responsibility under federal law to cooperate with the law enforcement inquiries in full compliance with the law." So that's a little bit double Dutch. Their comment is that they're not commenting, which doesn't really answer anything. I believe they did also make a comment saying that if anyone was disgruntled or wanted to have a word with them about their account, you could arrange that with them. So what do you think? Are Bank of America just doing what they're meant to be doing, going by following the line of the law, or would you say that this is a little bit unacceptable, violations and things like that? Let me know your thoughts below. Would you be alright with this happening to you? And let's have a chat about it. Now we're going to move over to a bit of information in regards to Cardinal Health. Now, this isn't majorly important. Some people might find it of interest, but with GameStop going on and everyone seems to love shorts at the moment, I think I'd include it. It seems that throughout January, Cardinal Health has seen an increase in shares shorted. This has gone up by about 16.6% from the December figures. So this is nothing like the GameStop situation. In this case, only 1.2% of the company's shares have actually been shorted, but it is always good to know what certain hedge funds and stuff like that are looking at. So obviously someone's betting against Cardinal Health price going up. Because of this, I did have a quick look, and it does seem that they're meeting their relative expectations and the expectations that were set for them and their increasing price targets. So I'm not sure 100% what it is. Maybe someone out there is expecting a slight underperformance at some point in the near future, but I haven't seen anything that's majorly concerning for me. So that's it on that one. Just a quick update from Cardinal Health, nothing major, and if you found it interesting, feel free to comment below and let me know what you think on it. Now, this last story is a story that is relatively close to my heart. And when I say relatively close to my heart, I mean from my stomach. So this is about McDonald's. McDonald's once again are changing their seasonal and promotional menu. This will involve the loss of the Big Tasty, the Big Tasty with bacon, the Galaxy Salted Caramel McFlurry, and also the Katsu Chicken Nuggets. I assume the cheddar cheese melts are going as well because they're normally part of that parcel. The replacements have been announced, and by the way, if you are interested in the Big Tasty before they go, the last day is today. The day this video is coming out, Tuesday, is the last day for a Big Tasty, potentially for a year. These are being replaced by the next round of seasonal meals and burgers and everything like that. And we have got a list that we're going over. So as of Wednesday, the day after this video release, the new promotional menu items will be the Grand Big Mac, new home-style crispy chicken, mozzarella dippers, and most importantly from my point of view, the Raspberry McFlurry Flake. I personally loved this when it was last out, and it's amazing. So I'm not bigging up McDonald's. I'm a fat guy. I like ice cream. What can I say? There are a few customers who aren't exactly impressed with this, and they have taken to Twitter to tweet their outrage about the situation. These tweets include tweets such as, "These things should be permanent and please never get rid of them. They're amazing." I think this just proves the amount of care that people actually have over McDonald's and the food that they bring out. So from a McDonald's investor's point of view, that's good to know that there is this much loyalty and much fandom over the food. I honestly don't see very often that this sort of thing happens with Burger King and other places. So that's kind of it for the news. I've added a few more stories in the form of links down in the description, so feel free to check them out. Let me know what you think. Obviously, if there's anything I missed, please comment below. Let me know what that might be. Also, if you haven't already, please take the time to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out, and it shows that what I'm doing is helping people, hopefully, or at least of interest to people. So without further ado, let's go and have a look at what's happened with my portfolio over the last week. So in regards to my portfolio and the value change of each week, last week my portfolio sat at £2,072, which was a 1.39% return. This week we're closing out the value of the portfolio of £2,174 with a total 4.57% return, which is about £95 in return value. In regards to purchases, there wasn't that many, we only had a couple. The first one being DTE, which I picked up 2 shares of, and the second one being a 0.1 share of Apple. This has brought my total Apple position to 0.5 of a share, so half a share, and also my DTE position to 3. Looking at dividends for the week, that's a bit more interesting. We had a few more things coming in. First of all, on the 3rd, we had Comcast pay a total of 7p. We then also had 4 payments on the 5th. This being British Tobacco with £1.05p, CVS Health with 37p, JPM with 6p, and finally Verizon with 4p. So if we just have a quick scroll through my portfolio, we can see that the main return of value in my portfolio, so the most growth I've received in my portfolio, is actually from ITV, where I've got around 78% in growth, which equivalates to about £14.59 in gross profit. So that's it. That's the update with the weekly portfolio. Thanks for coming along and watching this for me. I do like to just track this weekly and monthly, just so everyone knows what's going on. My idea is to kind of make this a journey so that you guys can see what I'm doing. Also, if I'm making any mistakes, feel free to point them out so that we can make it better together. Currently, for my stocks and shares investing, I use Trading 212, which is a commission-free app that you can download. I have added a link below, so feel free to use that and you will get a free share valued up to £100. I will also get a free share, so thank you for the support in that matter. In regards to investing in Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, I currently use Coinbase. I've also added a link for Coinbase below, so if you feel free to sign up with that, I believe if you put in £75, you get about £7.50 back. However, I'm not 100% sure, so I do apologise on that. Obviously, if you've got any questions for me, about me, or anything that I'm doing, please drop them in the comments and I'll always be there to answer. And now, in the wise words of Bilbo Baggins,
I'm going now.